Hello, mis amores, or should I say hallo, meine lieben?
Guten Tag und guten Nachmittag, guten Abend, guten Morgen.
Again, because in this video, we're gonna make, yes, Christmas recipes, but we're gonna make old German ones that I found. Vintage, as we say in Germany, if your name is Vincent and you live in Germany. That's the intro. For this video, I looked at grandma recipes and have found some peculiar stuff and some not so peculiar stuff that I just been meaning to try and feel like trying. I mean, some of it is very common in Germany, but it might not be German originally. For example, the first recipe I was just told is originally Czech. We're gonna make Baumstriezel, which, what is the translation of that?
Baumstriezel.
Baumstriezel. Sorry, must have forgotten. So what is it, you wonder? Basically, it is a yeasted dough wrapped around something and then baked. Then you take it off of that thing that you've wrapped it around and you have this hollow down hard, but it's heavy in your chest. Oh no, wrong. That is then nowadays even filled. I mean, there's this very popular chain in Berlin, I think in other cities as well, that fills it with ice cream and whipped cream and stuff, which is a choice. Up until like maybe 2 years ago, I've also never really had Baumstriezel, even though I know they're pretty common here. They've never really filled me with an endless amount of joy, honestly. Oh.
Baumstriezel?
But other people, yeah, they're very popular. Many people like them. Yeah, they're nice. Mine, however, will be absolutely amazing, I'm sure. You wonder why you're making it then. I want to make it because up until like 3 days ago, I had no idea that it could be pretty easy to make at home as well. And so I just want to try it. Again, it's a yeasted dough. Obviously, it will have to rest and rise and proof. So let's prepare the yeasted dough. It will only have to rest for an hour so we can make other stuff in the meat. Cálmate, okay? ¿Qué está pasando, bitch? You will need 225 milliliters of milk, 500 grams of all-purpose flour, 7 grams of active dry yeast, a pack of vanilla sugar or just some vanilla extract, 80 grams of sugar, a pinch of salt, and 2 eggies. Very important also is that you've got something either wooden or made of silicone maybe, or something that you can put into the oven that you can then wrap your dough around. We're obviously gonna have to heat up the milk a little bit because that's how we activate the yeast. I'll be back. I am back. First, we're just gonna mix our yeast and the flour. This is our yeast. It's not just mine. It's ours. Yours, mine, ours. I could talk to you for hours. Add the milk. Basically, it says to add the rest of the ingredients. Usually I would start by only mixing the milk and the yeast, but that's just me. This definitely makes it way easier, so sugar. Oh, what did I just inhale? I'm not good at cracking eggs if the eggs are room temperature. We're gonna mix this on low speed until everything is combined, and then we mix it on high speed for 5 minutes. Cool. Now we cover it and let it rest for 45 minutes in a warm place. Okay, cool. Obviously going to a little bit of flour, not that much. Should probably have a look at our dough. Oh, he has risen. Oh, you're so warm. We shall knead the dough. Oh no. Actually, this is a really nice dough. It's really well manageable. I like it. Well done, dough. Doesn't really say for how long or until when. I'm gonna have to cut it in half. We're gonna have to make 2 rounds. Boo. Wrap it airtight and put it into the fridge while you take care of the other half. 20 by 50 centimeters. What do I roll it out with now? At this point, I feel like maybe it's easier to just buy it. I don't want to overwork this dough, so we're gonna get a pizza cutter and we're gonna cut it lengthwise, strips of 2 centimeter width. Good enough. So now we gotta grease all of this, but not the handles, obviously. Now you take your first strip and you basically are just going to wrap it around the rolling pin. They're gonna overlap a little bit, or you want them to overlap. You keep doing that until you run out of room, I guess. Hey, you're unwrapping and it's not even Christmas yet. Ha. You know, it's a little annoying, but it's fairly easy to do. Well, there it is. This will have to rest another 20 minutes. Can I wrap this around something else? Do we have anything? Maybe. Before that, we're gonna have to melt 100 grams of butter. Maybe just 50 now, because we're only making half of it. For now, but in total you need 100. Okay, then you also need 80 grams or 40 grams of sugar that you're gonna mix with 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. So you're gonna mix the cinnamon and sugar. That was way too much cinnamon. So I mixed 40 grams of sugar with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. She didn't get me this time. The melted butter, they call it cinnamon butter, which has me a little bit confused because at no point did it ever tell me to mix cinnamon into my butter, but I guess I'm just gonna do so. Babies. Just take the butter and a brush and put it everywhere. Before I'm gonna turn it, I'm going to put our cinnamon and sugar mixture everywhere. It really is quite a lot of effort, isn't it? Oh no, what happened here? Okay, but this looks perfect. We're going in 200 degrees, lower third of your oven for 12 minutes. Then we're gonna flip it or turn it, whatever, and bake it for another 12 minutes. Good luck, everyone. Wow, guys, they look excellent. How do I? This is a little easier. Well, now it fits. While it's in the oven, we can make a quick chocolate sauce that we can smear on top. In a pot, I'm going to heat up 50 grams of heavy whipping cream and 50 grams of this chocolate coating. They're dark. Why are they so dark? 12 minutes was too long. All of that effort and for what? I guess you can just eat one side. Do I wanna make all of it again? Well, the good news, this worked too. Well, let's see if we can take it off already. Ta-da! Just turn it around and it looks great. Okay, this comes off very easily. It's like almost perfect. I don't know why I'm inhaling the steam. Wow, this looks like a Baumstriezel, a burnt one. Look at my Baumstriezel. Just don't look at the other side. Oh. Cheers.
Actually tastes better without the chocolate sauce.
Is the crust always this hard?
Yours is pretty hard. Maybe this side also tastes good.
I like a bit of burned.
It's not bad.
Just crunchier.
I like it. I'm gonna devour this. Can we eat the whole thing?
Yeah, you can. Do you want more?
No, you don't have to make more.
Nom nom, bitch. Recipe. I got the recipe. The tea. I mean, it does remind me of my favorite tea, this recipe, but this next recipe is something that I'd never heard of. Looking at the ingredient list, I was like, okay, let's do it because it's not a lot that you need. It does sound like something that older generations would have made. I don't know, I've never heard of this. So I've just found out that not only do English and German share the same pronunciation of this spice or herb, I'm not really sure, that we're gonna put in there, but also that it counts as Germany's most disgusting food.
Source TikTok.
Source
But
is
anise
TikTok.
is gross.
But smell it, it smells great. It smells like my favorite tea.
Ja, genau. Das in einem Plätzchen. Lecker.
I could see it. I think I'm gonna like this. What I'm confused by is the rest of the ingredients though. So here's what you need. Oh, did I say we're gonna make anise cookies yet? Well, we will. I'm only gonna make like a small portion though. Therefore, you only need half a teaspoon of ground anise. Smells fantastic. 50 grams of sugar and 50 grams of starch, cornstarch. So not even flour. That is weird. And 2 eggs, and that's it. So they're Christmas cookies from East Preußen. East Prussian. We're gonna start by mixing half a teaspoon of anise with our cornstarch. Oh, and preheat the oven to 175 degrees Celsius. The anise is very intense in flavor, so we don't add too much. Looks like it's completely gone. All right, time to separate the men from the boys and the tools from the toys. Oh my God, if any one of you knows this song, I would be surprised. Open up the safe, but just gotta let... Oh my God. Sure. I mean, the egg yolk is still in... That works, right? As long as there's no egg yolk in my egg white, I'm good. Now let's beat it. Very hot, it says. Slowly add the sugar. Fold the egg yolk under. Beautiful colors. Ooh, since this is kind of a Christmas video, I, for the first time ever, watched Love Actually. I can't actually believe that this was my first time watching it. Such a cute movie. And I wonder, like, when are we ever getting another one of these kind of rom-coms? I know there was like, what was it called? Happy New Year, which had like multiple storylines of like couples or no longer couples or whatever that somehow were all intertwined in the end. That was such a nice genre. Like, we need to bring this back. So either I'm gonna have to write that script or I'm gonna have to be cast in it because I brought it up again. Now just add your anise and cornstarch mixture. So much effort, and now I'm afraid that it will taste like shit. Actually, now I'm really hopeful because I want to prove everyone wrong. Like, Germany has got some nasty stuff. It can't be these cookies that are the worst. Not a lot of ingredients, but kind of time consuming to create. Baking sheet, and you just take a teaspoon, a German one, and you make little dots. I cannot breathe. And ever since I've watched Love Actually, I can't get this song out of my head. It's such a good song though. But like, that scene was also kind of sad, tragic. But then again, like, how is he in love with that woman if he's never actually really talked to her? How can you like a person if that person thinks you hate them? That means you've never actually had a conversation.
We've never got friendly.
We're gonna bake this for 10 minutes. So yes, maybe I should have taken them out a minute or two earlier. I took them out before the 10 minutes were over. In my defense, they haven't really deflated, but I think technically they should have been smaller and like taller. Apparently I wasn't careful enough with the egg white. They're like really, really light. I'm not even sure you can call them cookies because they're like a little piece of foam maybe. They smell more like egg white than anything. This is the chosen one. Cheers. Oh, interesting texture. I kind of like them. Like I said, they're pretty nice. You can eat them so easily because they're so airy. I feel like we're missing a flavor component though. And I'm not really sure what works well with anise except for cumin and fennel. My favorite tea combination. I could eat them up. Maybe I'm just different. Don't, they're heavy.
Is this real? I think the consistency is cool.
Right?
And I don't hate the taste. Not bad.
I actually like them now. The cinnamon did work. And maybe it makes them more Christmassy because they're supposed to be Christmas cookies. This is like 10 grams maybe. How did the ingredients lose weight? I have a feeling that not many of you will be interested in making them as well. Do it for me, because I really want to know what you think. Please. Hello, welcome to my Baumstriezel. Speaking of the Baumstriezel, since that for some reason took so long to make, I feel like I've made 6 recipes already. I planned 4, I'm only gonna do 3 because I'm gonna save that 4th one for another video, I think, in which it still fits, because I don't want to rush it. And it's getting late. I'm making my way over to my favorite place.
You make us staying over here impossible.
Baby, I must say your aura is incredible. Just like the aura of the cookies that we're about to make that are very German. Maybe they're not. I don't know the history of them, but again, they're very common here. Although they don't belong to like the group of must make each Christmas cookies. They might be called Florentines, but in German they're called Florentine. Yeah, they're a very grandma-ish recipe. I think, not that I would know because I like have no connection, like how do I finish this sentence now? My grandparents died really early, except my grandmother in Italy, but we weren't really in touch. And so I have never had any recipes taught by my grandmother or grandfather or anything like that. In my mind is all I can say, that these recipes are very grandma-ish. And also according to the internet. Essentially, it's just caramelized nuts that are then baked, covered in chocolate. Not covered, but one side touches chocolate. Here's what you need. 50 grams of honey, 50 grams of sugar, you guessed it, 50 grams of butter, 50 grams everything you thought, 150 grams of chocolate coating situation, and 150 grams of almonds. What would you call them? Discs. The sugar. Ooh, that was satisfying. Oh my god, so satisfying. Honey, honey, honey. So the instructions are very scarce. I'm hoping I will do a great job anyway. We're gonna let this boil, then add the almonds and let simmer for 3 to 4 minutes. I'm not sure if anything happened at all, but we're gonna take it off the heat now. So the base of our cookies is done. With the help of 2 teaspoons, we're gonna make a little whatever you call that. I do no longer speak English. Good thing they're pretty easy to make and they seem very foolproof. I'm just gonna try not to burn them now as I bake them for 6 to 8 minutes and let them cool afterwards. I took them out of the oven after 5 minutes, by the way. They've been cooling in the back on a wire rack while I was melting the chocolate. Well, let's just combine 2 things by dipping them into the chocolate using a fork, apparently. I feel like that works with your hand too. After about 84 years, we're finally done with the last recipe as well. There were barely any steps, but somehow the cooling and resting took so long that it is now almost 2025. But they look so cute, right? They all look a little different, very like DIY, which is the charm. This is what my grandmothers look like, had she ever made those for me. Very tough, huh? And chewy. Ooh, I love. I will have to eat another one because I don't want to make dinner. All of the things we did today were really nice. So that was a pretty successful video. I guess old German baking or not so German, whatever, is pretty good and solid. Frohe Weihnachten is all I can say to that. I would have a Frohe Weihnachten with these cookies. I really should have dinner instead. Well, now I'm just gonna need you guys to say it with me. Frohe Weihnachten. Frohe Weihnachten. Perfect. That's all we need. Now just eat your cookie and then be happy. Be even happier when we see each other next week. But for now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Entonces nos vemos la próxima vez. Like I just said. Goodbye.